Hey guys, welcome back to Traveling with the Boys. I'm Jeremy. Today I'm going to tell you about the 7 must-have things that you will need to tow a caravan in 2021. Here we go. Alright, so today we're going to be going through 7 items on the list, plus also I'm going to throw in a bonus one in there as well, just so you guys have extra information there before you go out and buy a caravan. Now, number 7 on the list is towing mirrors. They come in an arrangement of different things that you can attach to your car, replace the mirrors on the side of your car. So there's a lot out there in the market. Our first, with the caravan when we first picked it up, we used towing mirrors that attach to your mirrors on the side of your car by rubber bands, and that I was actually surprised on how well they did on our trip all the way up to Cairns. However, we're going to be replacing those altogether in the new vehicle with something called clear view mirrors. Now they're an adjustable mirror that completely gets rid of you having to go out and buy a separate thing that attaches to your car. It's a side mirror straight away on a extendable mount, as you can say, so you can actually see a little bit more further behind you. Plus also they're a lot more bigger of a mirror than the ones that I have with the Colorado already. Now, to be compliant with the law in Australia, anyone towing a caravan or even a boat that I would say, or anything that's big enough that you can't see behind the trailer, what you're towing, you need to be able to see 20 metres behind yourself and also 4 metres on either side of yourself. Now, for that to happen, you need to have something that extends out wider than your car and wider than the towing thing, the thing that you're towing behind your caravan, behind your car. So in saying that though, the stuff that we had actually did help me reverse my caravan, not only just in my driveway twice, but also when we're up in Cairns going into different spots and reversing the caravan as well. So that's number 7. So number 6 is the D-Shackles. So for the caravan that we have, it is rated to about 2.7 tonne. That's not including anything that we also throw in here as well. So we also have a bit of a wide range of like extra weight that we can throw in here, because my vehicle can tow 3.5 tonne. Now, for the maximum that I can tow, I'm going to put the maximum D-shackle on my car. So for a 3.5 tonne caravan, you're going to need a D-shackle with a minimum sizing of 13 millimeters, and to be able to and a rating of 2 tonne. Now I've got 2 D-shackles on the back of my car because I've got 2 chains that I have to attach, and they're both rated to 2.2 tonne. I've hit the sizing on what I have on the back of the car, but they're something that you are going to need to be able to connect up as a safety feature on your car, just in case your caravan accidentally pops off whilst you're driving down the freeway. So that's number 6. So number 5. Number 5 is the Anderson plug. Now that was something that I didn't even know that I needed to tow a caravan, but I highly recommend you get one of those things installed before you drive away with your brand new caravan. Now, Anderson plug is something that helps keep your fridge cool whilst driving, so none of your food in your fridge goes off or spoils. It also charges your batteries in your caravan whilst you're on the road, which is a great added bonus, so that way you can get to your campsite with charged batteries from your car. Number 4. Number 4 is the electronic brake system, and that is something that controls the electronic brakes on the caravan, and I actually highly recommend you doing that. We went with a Tow Pro. We went with a Redar Tow Pro version 3 Elite electronic brake system. That is something that we went with. It's a nice little dial inside the car that you can go from 0 all the way up to 10, or even if you wanted to, you can slam on the emergency brakes with that thing by pressing the button, and it will slam the emergency brakes on, giving you enough time to be able to apply the brakes in your car to slow your car and caravan down to a safe speed. I normally run that around 3.5, just so I'm not using up the brakes on my car as well, to be able to stop this caravan when it's sometimes up to 3 tonne. So number 3 on the list. Number 3 is a 12-pin plug. That was something I'd never heard of before I actually went out and bought this caravan, that we needed a 12-pin plug. Now, there are some great features about the 12-pin plug that you will be blown away with, because I was blown away with it as well. Because I thought a 12-pin plug was something completely different, which meant I wouldn't be able to tow anything with a 7-pin plug. But I was wrong straight away. You can actually use a 7-pin plug in a 12-pin plug. So it's a great versatility, not only in like being able to use a 12-pin plug, but also a 7-pin plug in that as well. So the 12-pin plug, what do you use that for? So that is used for the base kind of thing is towing. So that's using your brake lights, your blinkers, your hazards, sometimes even your reverse lights if it has reverse lights on the system behind on the caravan. But not just that, it also controls the breakaway unit as well on your caravan, which is just a little lead that connects up to the back of your car. So that way, if the caravan does come off, that breaks open and that slams on the emergency brakes on the caravan. If you're driving down the freeway at a high speed, or even if you're just driving down at 50 k's an hour. So number two is the hitch. Now with the hitch, you can't go anywhere without it, because if you don't have that, all these other things on the bottom of the list, you won't be able to get anywhere. So you got so many different variants of hitches out there. They've only worked with 2 so far. That's also the one that we have worked with the caravan. So the first one is the 50mm ball hitch. Now I'm pretty sure that's the most common thing out there in Australia today is a 50mm ball hitch. It's mainly used for trailers or even boats or caravans that aren't that heavy or aren't going off-road all the time. Now the one that we have attached to our caravan is a DO35 hitch by Cruisemaster. Now I think that thing is a brilliant piece of equipment, because I find it's a lot more easier to connect that up rather than the 50mm ball hitch. And it's quite funny because you don't need to be quite accurate for the pin to be able to go into the actual hitch itself for you to wind down the jockey wheel and attach it to your car. So yeah, the DO35 hitch, I do recommend you getting on a caravan, especially if you want to go a bit off-road or if you're trying to reverse up gutters and whatnot, because that gives you that extra bit of movement in the hitch itself to be able to reverse it, or for the caravan to sway side to side. Now Cruisemaster also come out with a 4.5 ton towing hitch as well, and that's called the DO45. I don't have that one because, again, we're not going to be trying to get over 3.5 ton because there's no need for us at the moment. But in the future, if we do end up going over that 3.5 ton limit, I will probably go to a DO45 hitch from Cruisemaster. So that is number 2. So now we're going to talk about the bonus one before we get to number 1 on the list. So this bonus one is an optional extra that you can have installed in your caravan, or your caravan might come with it already. So I went out and got the Safety Dave camera wires installed in my car, so I can use the Safety Dave screen in my car as well. And that's what we have run with our caravan, and that's what it came installed with, as a Safety Cave reversing camera. Now with that is great because I can get audio into the car, so I can hear my wife talking, but we don't really use that function that much because we use walkie-talkies or our phones instead, just communicate with each other when I'm reversing. And that thing runs all the time when you've got it connected up. It runs when you're driving the car, and it runs when you're reversing the car. There is no change modes or whatnot when you've got your normal reverse cameras in your cars. It is always running, which is great when you're driving, because you can actually see a little bit behind you to see if there's any cars behind you or if there's anyone tailgating your caravan. Now with the Safety Dave camera, I find it's actually pretty useful to use, especially when I'm reversing into a caravan spot at the caravan park, or when I'm reversing back into the driveway at my home. Now that thing gives you that little bit of extra viewage, rather than just relying on what your wife is saying or what your towing mirror is. You can see in that it gives you that extra bit of view, an extra bit of comfort for when you are reversing, and it gives you that extra boost of confidence as well when reversing your caravan. So that is the bonus one there, reversing camera for your caravan. Alright team, so we've made it. We've made it to number 1. Number 1 on the list is the car. Now, again, the reason why I have this as number 1 is because without your car, and without it being able to tow the right thing, there's no point even trying to buy a caravan, because you won't be able to leave the dealership with your caravan, or for wherever you bought it, you won't be able to leave there. Now, we're lucky that we've had a Holden Colorado, and it has a 3.5 ton towing capacity. So that is more than what we needed to be able to tow this caravan home and on holidays. So again, do your research. See if your car has the right towing capacity to tow your caravan home from the dealership or from where you buy it. If you don't, then I recommend you buying a new car and maybe holding off on the dream of your caravan, because without your car, you won't be able to get anywhere. Alright team, so that is all 7 items on the list. I hope you had a great time enjoying watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed watching all the other videos as well that we have produced. We are coming up to Rolling Stones in around Australia Day, so that is something to look out for. Whether we produce it that Friday coming after Australia Day, who knows? But we'll definitely have a lot more videos like this one with me in front of the camera, my wife in front of the camera, or even just trips of us away. So do look out for more videos. We are going to be producing them every Friday at 10:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time. So do like, subscribe, comment, thumbs up, do all that stuff. The more support that we get from you guys, the more content that we'll make, and try and put ourselves more out there on the market, just so you guys can enjoy more videos and see more of Australia with us. So thank you so much. I'm signing out today, but thank you. Bye.